Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel Global Times USA. Please subscribe and like my videos because today we are diving into one of the most shocking and intense breaking news developments of the ongoing Russia-Ukraine conflict. The world has been shaken by the recent Ukrainian drone strikes that have ignited a massive firestorm right in the heart of Moscow. What seemed impossible just months ago has now become a chilling reality as Ukrainian forces continue to expand the scale, sophistication, and reach of their drone warfare. In this video, we are going to explore this extraordinary incident in a way you may not have seen before. We'll look at the situation as if we are reviewing a complex machine, breaking it down into its exterior design, interior structure, performance, safety features, unique selling points, price tag, and finally, our overall conclusion about what this means for the future of the war, for global security, and for Russia itself. Stay tuned until the very end because this is not just a news update, it is an in-depth analysis that gives you clarity on what really happened, why it matters, and what could come next. When we begin with the exterior, the first thing that catches the world's eye is the sheer audacity of the attack. Moscow, often portrayed as one of the most heavily guarded capitals in the world, suddenly found itself under a storm of fire as Ukrainian drones penetrated its skies. The visuals circulating across media platforms show massive explosions, thick plumes of black smoke rising above residential and business districts, and a level of chaos that Russians are unaccustomed to experiencing at home. The exterior impression of this strike is one of power projection, of psychological shock, and of deep symbolism. Just like the bodywork of a car that defines its first impression, the exterior of this event tells a story of Ukraine signaling to Russia, nowhere is safe anymore, not even your capital. The fact that drones were able to reach Moscow's heart is in itself a stunning statement to the global audience. Now let's move inside, deep into the interior of this incident, because that is where the details reveal the full scope. Internally, the strike represents the culmination of months of strategic planning, advanced intelligence gathering, and a leap in technological warfare. The Ukrainian military has been evolving from using smaller tactical drones at the front lines to deploying long-range systems capable of flying hundreds of kilometers to strike symbolic and strategic targets. The interior design of this drone campaign is built on a foundation of innovation, improvisation, and determination. The drones used were not simply off-the-shelf commercial devices but modified machines that carried explosives with precision guidance. Inside this operation lies a network of engineers, military planners, and intelligence officers who coordinated the timing, trajectory, and impact zones of these drones. The big picture inside reveals a mosaic. Ukraine wants to break the aura of invulnerability that Moscow has projected for decades, to undermine the confidence of Russian citizens, and to send a strong message to the Kremlin that retaliation will always find its way home. The interior dimension is massive in terms of psychological warfare. Imagine the ordinary Russian waking up to sirens, watching flames outside their windows, scrolling through social media to see their capital in chaos. The interior impact is fear, doubt, and a crack in the perception that Moscow is untouchable. When we shift gears into performance, the numbers and effectiveness speak loudly. Ukrainian drones have been increasing their range, payload, and accuracy at an impressive pace. The performance of this strike shows that Ukraine is capable not only of defending its own territory, but of projecting force deep into enemy lines. Some drones reportedly traveled over 600 kilometers, bypassing multiple layers of Russian air defense systems that are supposed to be among the best in the world. The ability to achieve this demonstrates not only technical excellence, but also tactical brilliance. The performance rating of these drones in this mission is high, as they manage to hit fuel depots, warehouses, and even commercial complexes that erupted into towering firestorms. Russia's defensive performance, on the other hand, looks questionable. While Russian officials claim many drones were intercepted, The sheer scale of the fires and explosions suggests that several drones broke through. Performance here is not just about drones, it's about the failure of Moscow's multi-billion-dollar defense shield. That failure is now on full display for the world to critique. Moving on to safety features, it might sound strange to discuss safety in the middle of destruction, but in warfare, every system has its own defensive and offensive safety protocols. Ukrainian drones were programmed for self-destruct if intercepted, ensuring sensitive technology did not fall intact into Russian hands. On the civilian safety side, Russian authorities scrambled to evacuate residents, shut down power lines, and redirect traffic away from fire zones. But the fact that such safety measures had to be activated in Moscow itself is already a massive blow to the Kremlin's narrative of stability. The incident revealed flaws in Russia's safety mechanisms, especially in protecting critical infrastructure like fuel depots and commercial hubs. Safety features in drone warfare now extend beyond technology. They are also about minimizing collateral damage and maximizing symbolic impact. Ukraine appears to be threading this line carefully, striking hard but targeting assets tied to Russia's war machine more than residential centers. When we analyze the unique selling points of this event, they are crystal clear. First, Ukraine has proven that it can challenge Russia not only on the battlefield but on Russian soil itself, something that no one expected at this scale when the war began. Second, the psychological weight of drones buzzing over Moscow at night is a unique advantage that missiles or artillery cannot replicate. Drones are silent, persistent, and relatively inexpensive, yet they produce outsized fear and disruption. Third, the unique selling point lies in the symbolism. By igniting firestorms in Moscow, Ukraine is sending a reminder that aggression abroad comes at a cost at home. The entire world now views Ukraine not as a passive victim, but as a strategic innovator rewriting the rules of modern conflict. And lastly, Ukraine's reliance on drones highlights the shift in global warfare, where small nations can harness cheap but effective technologies to challenge superpowers. If we talk about the price, this comparison is both literal and symbolic. Each Ukrainian drone is reported to cost a fraction of the Russian missiles and air defense systems designed to stop them. Some drones may be as cheap as tens of thousands of dollars, while the missiles Russia uses to intercept them may cost millions. That asymmetry in price is Ukraine's advantage. The financial price to Russia is also staggering. Destroyed infrastructure, burned oil depots, damaged business centers, and a shaken economy in the capital city. On a symbolic level, the price Russia pays is loss of prestige, loss of the image of strength, and a rising wave of internal criticism from its citizens who wonder how safe they truly are. Price also extends to the global stage, where Russia risks further isolation, deeper sanctions, and a reputational decline as images of its burning capital spread worldwide. Finally, when we draw a conclusion, this incident is a turning point in the war. The Ukrainian drone strikes that ignited massive firestorms in Moscow represent more than just tactical victories. They represent strategic breakthroughs. Ukraine has shown resilience, creativity, and an ability to hit back against a larger, more powerful adversary. For Russia, the conclusion is sobering. The war it launched is now boomeranging back onto its own streets, threatening its sense of security and stability. For the world, the conclusion is cautionary. Drones are rewriting the rules of conflict, and no capital is beyond their reach. The skies above major cities everywhere may now feel a little less safe. This story is not just about Ukraine versus Russia. It is about the future of warfare and the fragile balance of global security. As viewers, as citizens, and as a global community, we must pay attention because the firestorm in Moscow is not just smoke and flames. It is a signal of the storm clouds gathering in modern geopolitics. So that is the full breakdown of this dramatic event, analyzed through the lens of design, performance, safety, value, and overall impact. Thank you for watching, and remember to subscribe and like Global Times USA for more in-depth analyses of world events. Stay safe, stay informed, and we will keep you updated with the truth behind the headlines.